folks, welcome to another episode of Gamer Logic. I'm Matt Mertes, and this mystery person standing next to me has been on my life for quite a long time. This is my little brother, Matt Mertes, and of course, growing up we played many retro games together. We were together in the original Nintendo age and played tons of stuff. So, Matt, what is your favorite NES game of all time?
Well, my favorite NES game of all time was the only NES game I beat you every single time, which was Top Gun: The Second Mission. The game had an awful two-player glitch, and the two-player, I believe, you would hit up in a diagonal button, and you would shoot your machine gun, and instantly it would eliminate your opponent, and not making it very fair.
It wouldn't matter what the hell I did. I tried, because literally, he figured out how to do this, and I was like, okay, this is impossible. There's got to be a way to get out of this. I think I must have died like 50 times, and each time he'd just laugh his ass off at me. I don't think I've ever been more pissed off. And I know a lot of people aren't big fans of Top Gun because of the landing procedure, but my bad Top Gun memory was him with the goddamn glitch. Alright, so Top Gun, decent co-op game, and that's kind of the subject of what we're talking about, is games we used to play as kids that were two players. And stepping up in the Konami range here is Contra. Contra, of course, was kind of the ultimate two-player game. I mean, we watched Rambo all the time when we were kids, and who could forget the 30-man code? Do you know the 30-man code?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, and start.
That's true. You even did the
two-player.
two-player.
Yep,
wow.
For the two-player.
Wow. Trying to uproot me here. Alright, but great game. I mean, you had all these different levels. It was better than the arcade version. You know, one was the blue guy, one was the red guy. One person had the laser, one person had the spread shot. Now, did we ever beat this with all the 30 live code?
No.
Okay.
It was impossible. Not that much talent, obviously. Next up, we've got River City Ransom. Another excellent two-player game. You could buy an assortment of different moves that would help you progress through the game, and of course I think they ripped off Double Dragon at the very end. It was the Dragon Twins.
Yeah, well actually it was Tecmos, I believe is the name of the company, who actually released the first Double Dragon game, and Trade West kind of released it under that banner, but it was the same deal. Now, the enemies in this game, when you kicked their ass, used to say something in particular. Do you remember what it was?
Some of them would say barf, I believe.
Yeah, but a great game. I mean, I think even our older sister liked playing this game. But lots of fun. They re-released it for the Game Boy Advance. And actually, there is a TurboGrafx 16 release of it that's only in Japanese for PC Engine, and a sequel, which is pretty awesome. I think I have that too. I just can't read it, and it's not that fun. Soul Blade. Soul Blade, a lot of people don't know what Soul Blade is. This is kind of the predecessor to Soul Calibur, Soul Calibur 2, 3, and 4. Soul Blade came first and kind of introduced the first sword, and this was one of the first fighting games I think we got for the PlayStation 1.
One of the first.
Yep.
One of the first, yes.
And, you know, an assortment of different characters, and what made this cool was, do you remember weapons mode?
Yes.
You would fight in a variety of different stages with different requirements. You pick up like samurai sword, and each one would have certain requirements and defenses, right?
Yes. It all depended on which character selected that you were, and I believe, did you buy the weapons, or did you unlock them as you beat enemies?
Maybe both.
I think
we may need to load this up.
Yes.
And finally,
my personal favorite, WWF No Mercy.
Back when it was F.
Yes. When it was F, and now they said get the F out, and now it's WWE.
That's right.
But this game was after WrestleMania 2000, and this game, it had decent graphics.
Oh, yeah.
Had an awesome storyline mode, and then, of course, the two-player mode was just a lot of fun.
And you could even actually do up to 4 players with that thing.
Yes.
It was also one of the few games that required the N64 expansion pack. And even with the N64 expansion pack, when you were trying to play 4-player mode, it ran kind of slow.
Yes.
But who cared? It had a great grappling system. Like you mentioned, the storyline was awesome. There were so many different paths you could go. If you lost a match, if you won a match, if you defended a belt, if you kept, you know, losing a belt. There was so much to it.
Which beat the traditional SmackDown games where, you know, it was just it kind of rambled on with the same thing whether you win or lose. So,
and it's really a shame that, you know, after the N64 era, that nothing really stood out after No Mercy. I know the GameCube wrestling games tried to follow the formula, but it was never quite successful.
No.
And I got to agree with you. I mean, WWF No Mercy was the ultimate wrestling game.
Yes.
And it still holds up even against the current SmackDown versus Raw. I mean, a good example, remember when Acclaim had the WWF license? We had Warzone and Attitude, where to do a stunner you had to hit like 40 different button commands.
Just in the pedigree, it was up, left, X, circle, and it's just ridiculous amounts of things that you had to do just to do the basic moves. And it was difficult to play, and after you learned it, it was fun, but...
We had to have a book to learn all the moves.
I remember the Warzone book.
Yep.
And it still didn't have all the characters in it either.
I don't remember that.
And there were some unlocked characters that it didn't allow you to... It didn't show you the moves to it, so...
Thanks a lot, Acclaim. But we just kind of want to show off like 5 games that we really appreciated when we were kids and growing up. And maybe we'll do a couple more. But I, of course, am On Little Logic, Mike Mertes. You're watching another episode of Gamer Logic. And hopefully Matt will jump in a couple future episodes. Always fun to have another person on the show.
Definitely.
All right. Check it out. See you guys later.
Peace.
Gamer Logic.